I realize I haven't really explained what what took place when my daughter found me. Because I was 1 year into understanding that I'm autistic, so I wasn't in the best of health. And my response to getting the text message, which hadn't quite told me that I had a child yet, but was like, "Hey, is your name Sean? Were you in Virginia Beach in around 2000?" Like, flipped my phone over to my wife. I was like, I think I said, "Are you ready to find out I'm a dad?" I kind of joked about it over the years, like, because I didn't know. Last I'd heard, she was pregnant, but my family gave me all kinds of information to imply that it probably wasn't mine, and the things being said to me were to trap me. And so, I just went on with life. But I always wondered. Anyways, so when she finds me, I'm like, she's states away. We can't meet. I'm not capable of driving that far. But we do get on like Discord and start talking. We have very similar emotional. I don't want to say that internal experiences. She has her own emotions. She's actually way more self-aware than I ever imagined I could be. She's half my age. It's impressive. But anyways, I was working the contract at Adobe, and I'm like, our minds are similar. Maybe I can teach you how to use these tools that I'm using that are getting me contracts with companies like Adobe. Mostly, I just wanted to have a reason to hang out to talk about something that I knew I could talk about. What are you gonna do? And so I started paying her a tenth of my salary to just hang out with me. Like, I don't think we ever really like we worked. Don't get me wrong. We did a lot. She did a lot of database design, and she helped me talk through a lot of the solutions that I was working on my own, in our own projects and stuff. The Oddities platform, in fact, was thoroughly discussed, the two of us. And then I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, so when Final Fantasy 16 was coming out, I pre-ordered it for both of us, and I really got drawn into the storyline. It felt like, man, there was two experiences I had. I was first off, how do I already know this story? That was the first one. So thank you, creators of Final Fantasy 16. Thank you for pulling that story out of the Akashic memory, I suppose. Anyways, but I wanted to be able to talk about the things that I was experiencing with my daughter, and so I paid her to go on a quest and challenged her to like put a little prize out for her to finish the game within a certain amount. I think it was like 60 days or something, so we could talk about it, and that was fun. Um, Heck, I think like we did get the for everybody that's saying, but did you get a blood? Yes, we got the blood test, and it was like 99.9. They can never tell you 100%, but it said 99.999% chance that this is your child. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I got it done because I knew family and everybody else that would be the first thing they'd say, so I covered that before I even told anybody. Um, but I didn't need it. Like I said, we were like identical in our speech patterns and the way that we seem to experience our inside experience. Um, yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. It sucks that we couldn't hug each other, but it was a beautiful way to connect. We got to play video games, work in Miro, work in Airtable, do some scripting. She got to learn that her dad is, a real video game player. I'm not just a person who says they play video games. I tend to break things that technology says can't be broken. Graphics that people claim can't be, barriers can't be broken. I can break it. You didn't plan for everything, I promise. Um, it's just how my mind is. Anyways, I'm very glad that she found me. I think that's what put me in shock the most when that contract ended. Is I was like, shit. Now I gotta. What's my daughter gonna do? Because I mean, I don't know. But being massively when you're disabled, it's challenging to find full time employment, and I'm pretty certain that was a stable income for at least a year. And I'm glad I could provide that. I wish I could have done more. But then, we got trafficked here. We went and picked her up, so she got to be here with us while we're being psychologically tortured by the dude who tried to take my life through police escalation. Fun life experiences, right? But the thing is like, I've been awoken to the idea of sovereignty. The day that he attempted that, I told him to not come back. And ever since then, it's been like groups of like 60 and 70 deer here. The crows come and hang out. The birds sing for me every day. I'm trapped here, but this is paradise. This is the happiest I've ever been.